Hello there, people of the internet. I'm out here at the public gun range. Yes, this place is like literally a landfill for all the people that are going to complain about it, I'm sure. I brought out my CETME C308 rifle just to run a couple of rounds through this thing, see how well it works. I have no idea what to really expect with it. God, the humidity here in Florida is insane. Like, my gun is wet. I'm definitely going to have to dry it off once I get back. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just run a couple of rounds through this thing, kind of see what it is that I'm dealing with. 308 should be fine to run through this rifle. I'm sure somebody's going to yell at me and tell me, no, it's technically 7.62 CETME, although 7.62 NATO, although 308, you know, that's a whole argument in itself. Appreciate you letting me know. So what I'm going to do here, I got one single round. Actually, let me talk about my ammo selection here. We're not going to be testing reliability because this ammunition that I'm using is old and it's of a questionable source, and I'm not 100% sure how old it is, where it came from, etc., etc. It's just one of those things I've piled up over the years. I have a good surplus of 7.62 NATO full metal jackets, but it's all like mid 1960s stuff, and it's corrosive ammunition. I don't want to run that through a semi-auto rifle because I don't feel like having to clean a semi-auto rifle, so I just kind of saved the corrosive stuff for the bolt action. So I went through my collection and I gathered up all the miscellaneous 308/7.62 ammo that I knew was non-corrosive, and that's kind of what I have here. Don't know the bullet weights. Some of them are full metal jackets, some of them are soft points, completely different brands, etc., etc. No idea how consistent this stuff's going to be. No idea how well it's going to run through the rifle. No idea how accurate it's going to be. I imagine not very accurate because we're going to have a variety of different bullet weights and bullet styles. Probably different gunpowders as well running through this stuff. So I have one single round here. We're going to fire this, see if it even goes bang before I invest the time and effort into actually loading some ammo into a magazine. All right, I got the old earplugs in. I actually forgot my headset earphones today, so I'm just gonna have to hope that the earplugs are good enough. Seeing as this has a big old muzzle brake on it, probably not, but I'm probably good for at least a few rounds. So that seems like she chambered all the way. We are set to fire. I'm just gonna aim downrange in that general area, pull the trigger, we'll see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna hold this away from me in case something does go catastrophically wrong. Don't see why it would, but just in case, let's send it around here. Oh, that shockwave though. Wow, yeah, I'm glad I have some kind of ear protection with me because that shockwave is intense. Definitely a 308. But she fired, I saw it eject. It sent the lead that way, or the brass that way. So this is probably not a rifle I'll get very many brass casings back to be able to reload. Let me load a couple of rounds inside this thing now, and we'll send some more lead downrange and see how well she cycles. Okie dokie. Survey says, let me load this thing in here. This magazine well is really stiff for these magazines. I got a couple of different magazines that I could try through this thing, but I only brought one with me today because I have to walk out here, and it was kind of a weight savings thing, because I have to carry all of my stuff out here, including guns, water, filming stuff, etc., etc. So, got that there. I got 4 rounds in this because I got boxes of 20 rounds, so just to kind of make it break into an even 5, I only loaded this with 4. Let's go ahead and see where she's gonna hit. Let me flip my sights up so I'm at my 100-yard zero. I'm just gonna aim. I see a piece of garbage on the ground. I'm gonna aim at that, see if we hit high or low with it. That seemed to have hit pretty much right on point. Okay, the muzzle brake on this thing is nuts. I'm probably going to swap it out for a flash hider versus using the actual muzzle brake because that is a lot of concussive blast that I'm getting out of this thing. Probably should have set up some kind of target. There's a piece of cardboard down there. I'm going to aim at a certain spot on the cardboard, walk down there, see if we're keyholing. It's about 25 yards away. That should be far enough to see if we're going to keyhole or not. I doubt we will be. But see if we're keyholing, see if we're hitting at point of aim. I'm sure that we are. Might hit a little high or low depending on bullet grain weight, but we ought to be pretty close to that ballpark. So I'm just going to aim. I don't see any bullet holes in that thing, so I'm just going to aim right here, and we'll see what we get. Okay, well, let me wander down there. I'm going to see where that hit. Tell you what, guys, she hit spot on with where I was aiming, and that makes sense. She is a little bit high, a few inches. We're only at 25 yards, and this is a 100-yard zero, so it would make sense that it's a little bit high, but windage, perfect. I imagine if we brought things out to distance, that would also be quite good. She's cycled so far. Let's send some more rounds downrange. I see a thing. You guys probably have no idea what I'm pointing at. It's just some garbage that I feel like needs to be shot. Well, I hit it. That's a good sign. Let's go for that thing over there. Okay, let's go for, I don't know. Actually, there's some kind of blue thing on the ground right there. Let me set up some actual targets after this, and we'll see what happens. Oh, never mind. I guess that magazine's empty. Let me go set up some actual targets. There's really not very many targets out here that isn't already completely destroyed. I found this box, and we have a side here that has not been hit, so I'm gonna put this out there. Hey guys, look. I found a mini guitar. Well, we're gonna blow this thing to kingdom come. Toss that right about there. That'll be fine. All right, in an effort to try to catch some of this brass as it flies out of the gun, I'm going to move the camera all the way over here. This way we're not just launching it into the woods with zero hope of finding it. Maybe now I'll be able to find a couple of pieces. So, yeah. You guys probably don't see the crap that I have piled out there, but I got a couple of things piled out there. Oh, where's that guitar? It's right there. Hold on. The first round is a soft point that I loaded specifically for that guitar. So let's go ahead and send a soft point at that guitar. No idea what the bullet weight is, but it's a soft point, so should still be fun. I'm gonna change my angle a little bit just so I can see it a little better. Well, there goes that guitar. I just picked up this thing right here to throw it aside, and it's definitely seen some better days. It just crumbled in my hands. Okay, I see a thing. I got the cardboard box right there, but I see a thing up on this pallet right there. I'm gonna see if I can smack that bastard. I got a couple of rounds here in this mag. Let's try it. Well, I think I hit it. I saw it move. It must be like stuck to something. Okay, well there's that thing. Let's shoot the cardboard box. There's like a white sticker on the cardboard box. I'm gonna aim at that and really get a feeling for where it is this rifle hits. Okay. Now these right here are full metal jackets that I'm firing as of now, so I'm sure they're 150 grain, so we should be pretty gosh darn close to point of aim. Let me send a few more rounds at that box, just because I have more in the magazine. There's another. I think I got one more here. Okay, God, look at all the dirt and debris that just flies out from over there. Oh, we got ourselves a malfunction here. Look at that. Like I said, this ammo is old and grody, so I'm not going to chalk that up to an issue with the rifle. Woohoo! That is toasty, but I want to show that to y'all for a reason that we'll get into in a sec. Oh, tell you what, this brass is absolutely going to Jupiter. I don't see any of it laying on the ground. But the big issue with reloading this brass is if you look at the case, you see those little indentations on it? That's because these G3 style systems, they essentially have a fluted chamber just to help aid with extraction. And that fluted chamber kind of messes up the brass, makes it a little bit more difficult to reload. I always found that running it through a sizing die really gives it to where it has no issue. But if you run it through a G3 system multiple times, you might start having some problems with your brass. So that's just one of the things you got to pay attention to. These rifles are very hard on brass. Okay, well, this video I think has gone long enough, and I think that we have seen, what would I call it? Enough evidence that this rifle goes bang whenever I pull the trigger. Don't know how reliable it's going to be. I'll figure that out once I have more ammunition available for testing. It's a million degrees out here. I'm out here just absolutely coated in sweat, and it just rained. It's nice and humid, etc., etc. So I'm going to go and just end this video here. Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. You guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next episode. I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garrett. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.